Hey Chiefs Kingdom. This is a big one, no one saw coming. It's just been confirmed and things are about to get a little more complicated for the Chiefs. I'll tell you everything that went on behind the scenes, but if you want to stay up to date with this and other news, click the like button and subscribe to the channel. Without further ado, let's get straight to the news. Now, here's the big update. Wide receiver Rashee Rice, who was emerging as a top target for Mahomes, is out for the rest of the season after suffering a knee injury in Week 4. It's a huge blow to our offense, but we're moving forward. Juju Smith-Schuster has been a standout, helping to fill that void. However, things have gotten a little more complicated. Juju was added to the injury report this week with a hamstring issue, and he's been a limited participant in practice, according to Matt Derrick of Chiefs Digest. Juju, who returned to the team after signing as a free agent this offseason, has had a slow start to the regular season. But he's been heating up lately with a standout performance in Week 5 against the Saints, catching 7 passes for 130 yards. You'll recall that Juju was a key part of our offense in 2022, leading the team's wide receivers with 933 yards en route to another Super Bowl victory. If Juju can't perform against the 49ers, we could be in trouble. San Francisco is trying to find its feet, and we need all the firepower we can get. Travis Kelce is still the go-to guy, but let's be honest, he's not getting any younger. And while rookie Xavier Worthy has shown promise, he's not ready to carry the offense by himself. Plus, we're still missing running back Isaiah Pacheco, who is eligible to return from injured reserve in Week 8, but even then, it's unclear when he'll be back to full strength. So, what do you guys think? Can the Chiefs' offense overcome these injuries, or will the 49ers take advantage of our shorthanded roster? Let me know in the comments below. There's been a lot of buzz behind the scenes about a potential trade that's almost shaking things up in Kansas City. As we head into Week 7, our Chiefs are off to a perfect 5-0 start. That's exactly the start we needed as we chase a coveted three-peat. But with some key injuries to players like Rashee Rice and Hollywood Brown, there's been a lot of talk about whether Kansas City would make a big move before the trade deadline to make up for those losses. There were rumors that the Chiefs were looking to bring in a top-tier wide receiver to bolster our offense, and one name that kept coming up was none other than Davante Adams of the Las Vegas Raiders. I know, imagine what that would have done for us. Adding Adams to our roster would have given Patrick Mahomes another deadly weapon and put us even closer to a Super Bowl appearance. Now, here's the deal. Adams recently appeared on the Up and Adams show and mentioned that several teams were interested in making an offer for him. So naturally, everyone wanted to know, were the Chiefs in the running? When asked about it directly, Davante responded, negative. That's right, folks. As much as we'd all love to see him in Chiefs red, it seems like this trade was never seriously considered. And honestly, it makes sense. The Raiders wouldn't want to give up their star wide receiver to a division rival unless Kansas City accepted a huge offer. In the end, it seems like the Jets were closer to making that deal happen than we were, but no deal was made, and Davante is staying in Las Vegas for now. So what do you think, Chiefs fans? Should we have made a bigger push to sign Adams, or are we confident in the talent we have to carry us all the way? Are the Chiefs in the market to trade for another wide receiver to help Mahomes? It's a valid question, considering the depth issues we're facing in that department. Well, we have some inside scoop straight from a Super Bowl champion who knows the team well, LeSean McCoy. You all remember Shady, right? He helped us win it all back in 2020. Recently on FS1's The Facility, McCoy revealed that he had a conversation with Chiefs general manager Brett Veach, and it looks like the Chiefs have made their decision. According to McCoy, when he asked Veach if Kansas City would go after a new wide receiver, Veach told him, "No, we can't. The money's not there, and I believe in the guys I brought in here." So there you have it, straight from the GM himself. Kansas City isn't planning on making a move for wide receiver, at least not right now. Veach also emphasized how happy the team is with the current roster, especially on the defensive end, where he described them as stingy, and honestly, our defense has shut that down so far. And that's not just Veach saying it. Earlier this week, Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes shared a similar sentiment. They trust the guys we have and don't think a trade is necessary. While it's true that the Chiefs could still change their minds before the trade deadline, it seems pretty clear that the front office is comfortable with our current group of wideouts. For now, the Chiefs are rolling with Xavier Worthy, Juju Smith-Schuster, Justin Watson, Mecole Hardman, and Sky Moore. Now, let's talk about the reality of the situation. The Chiefs only have about $4 million in cap space right now, which doesn't give us a lot of wiggle room, and we're also short on draft capital. So even if we wanted to go after a top-tier receiver, it would be tough to make that work financially without making some big sacrifices. Plus, it seems like the Chiefs are banking on the guys we already have to get the job done, especially with the confidence that Veach and Reed have on the roster. So, Chiefs Kingdom, what do you think? Do you trust the current core of receivers to carry us through the rest of the season, or do you wish the Chiefs had made a bigger push for another weapon for Mahomes? Today, I want to highlight a player who has been keeping a low profile for us, flying a bit under the radar, cornerback Jaylen Watson. Coming into this season, one of the big questions was how our cornerback group would shape up, especially with the departure of L'Jarius Sneed. Watson, to start the year, wasn't exactly in the spotlight. In fact, he started training camp on the physically unable to perform list after surgery on a torn labrum. He didn't even return until the end of camp, so naturally, people wondered if he would be able to regain his fitness in time for the season. Well, here we are, just a few weeks in, and Watson has answered that question with authority. So far, he has racked up 29 tackles, defended 6 passes, and according to Pro Football Focus, he is holding opposing quarterbacks to a completion percentage of just 26.7%. That's crazy. And if you think we're the only ones noticing, think again. His teammates are well aware of what he's bringing to the table. Justin Reed, our starting safety, had nothing but praise for Watson when he spoke to the media recently. He mentioned that Watson has been a great presence for the defense and that stepping up the way he is was exactly what the team needed this season. But Reed also made it clear that the challenge doesn't stop there. It's about consistency now. What can Watson do this week? What will he bring next week? That's what we're all watching. And honestly, based on what we've seen so far, Watson is just getting started. With Watson's emergence, our secondary is looking incredibly solid. McDuffie, as we all know, continues to play at an all-pro level. Then there's second-year nickelback Shamari Connor, who is proving to be a versatile weapon, and third-year cornerback Nazeeh Johnson, who is making a real impact off the bench. The depth we have in the secondary is a big reason why we're closing out offenses this season. And let's not forget the safeties. Reed, along with Brian Cook and rookie Jaden Hicks, make up a strong safety unit. Plus, the fact that all of these guys except Reed are still on their rookie contracts has allowed the Chiefs to spend in other areas while keeping guys like Chris Jones, Creed Humphrey, Mike Dana, and Noah Gray locked into the fold. It's this kind of smart roster management that keeps us competitive year after year. As for Jaylen Watson, he's under contract through 2025, and if he continues to play at this level, the Chiefs will have a hard time letting him go. He and McDuffie already look like one of the best cornerback duos in the league, and I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see where they take this defense from here. So what do you think, Chiefs fans? Has Watson earned his place as a key part of this defense? Can he and McDuffie truly become one of the best cornerback duos in the NFL? Let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't watched it yet, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's go, Chiefs! Let's keep this momentum rolling until another Super Bowl.